So it is mid-September, and here in Spain, at least in the province where I live of Castellón, it's one of those days where it feels like summer's gone, feels like fall, with a bit of a chill in the air. As for me, in days like this, there is nothing better than a dish that warms your soul and fills your body with so much goodness. So today, that is exactly what we're doing. We're making a very simple Spanish bean soup. This dish is filled with so many beautiful flavors. It's very easy to make, and it's all done in just 30 minutes, folks. This is another one of those recipes where simplicity meets extraordinary. Let's begin by grabbing a large fry pan, heating it with a medium heat, and adding in 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, which is 30 milliliters. While the olive oil is heating, I'm going to roughly chop 1 medium-sized onion and roughly chop 4 cloves of garlic. After heating the olive oil for about 3 minutes, I'm going to add in the chopped onion and the chopped garlic. And we'll mix the garlic and onion around with the olive oil. As you know, I always like to mix this continuously. That way the ingredients don't brown too quickly and they all evenly saute. After about 5 minutes and the onion is nice and translucent and the garlic lightly sauteed, I'm going to turn off the heat. And we'll leave the garlic and onion to sit here for a couple minutes, that way it can slightly cool off. For the next step, I'm going to grab a jar of white beans, which is the same thing as the canned ones, drain it into a sieve, and we'll rinse the beans under some cold running water. Now the size of the jar that I'm using is 570 grams, which is about 20 ounces or 2 cups of cooked white beans. Once the beans are well rinsed, I'm going to shake off any of the excess water, grab a 1/4 cup of the white beans, which is 45 grams, and add them into a tall plastic cylinder. Now for this step, you can also use a food processor or even a blender. And add everything in the pan into the tall plastic cylinder with the white beans. Then I'm going to add in 1/2 cup of vegetable broth, which is 120 milliliters. The one that I'm using is homemade. You'll find the recipe on how to make it in the iCard above and description box below. And using a handheld mixer, I'm going to blend everything together until we end up with a smooth puree that has no lumps in it. Once again, you can also use a food processor or even a blender for this step. Then I'm going to add in the puree back into the same pan and heat it with a low heat. Then we'll add in the remainder of the white beans that we rinsed, along with 1 teaspoon of sweet smoked Spanish paprika, which is 2.30 grams, a 1/4 teaspoon of saffron threads, which is 0.17 grams. You'll find a link where you can get the saffron threads I'm using from Golden Saffron in the description box below. And we'll season everything with sea salt and freshly cracked black pepper. And we'll gently mix this together until everything's well mixed. Once everything is well mixed, I'm going to add in a generous cup of vegetable broth, which is 250 milliliters. And we'll give it a final mix, that way everything's evenly distributed. Then we'll turn up the heat from a low heat to a medium heat, add a bay leaf into the pan, and we're going to simmer this for about 10 minutes on a medium heat. This is enough time for all these flavors to come together and for that soup to slightly thicken up. After about 10 minutes, and you can see that the soup has slightly thickened up, this dish is ready to go. I'm going to remove the pan from the heat, transfer some of the soup into a shallow bowl, and we'll sprinkle it with some finely chopped parsley. Our Spanish bean soup is done. You saw this, easy to make, done in just 30 minutes. You can serve this as a main course, next to a salad and a baguette, or even as a side dish next to a piece of grilled fish. Either way, let's give it a try and see how it turned out. Seriously, this is a dish I cannot wait to try. Here we go. That is so good. Absolutely delicious. You know, I call it a soup, but today it came out more in between a soup and a stew. If I would add a little bit more broth, it'd be a little bit soupier. Either way, the flavors are mind-blowing good. It's kind of hard to believe using such minimum ingredients, we got maximum flavor. You saw this. Very easy to make, done in 30 minutes, truly, like I told you in the beginning, kind of dish that's gonna fill your body with so much goodness. Really quick before I go, a shout out to a couple of my patrons, Grace Suarez, Amy Martinez, Thomas Swain, Yvette Rivera, and Nancy T. Again, guys, thank you so much for being patrons of Spain on a Fork. You know how much I appreciate you. For the rest of you, if you'd like to support Spain on a Fork so I can continue releasing videos like this, you'll find my Patreon link in the description box below and iCard above. If you enjoyed today's video, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and if you're not subscribed, you know what to do, smash that subscribe button. Till the next time, hasta luego. All right, folks, it's a wrap. Love you. See you next time.